What up, YouTube? Update time. It's freezing outside here, man. Which it's not snowing, so that's cool. But I got a lot of shit done since last time, man. A lot. I can't even remember. I should have went back and looked and saw what I got done and didn't get done. But I got the engine running. I extended some wires. I had to extend that whole relay and fuse box that was under the hood all the way to the front. So that was like 50 wires I had to extend and cut. That was a nightmare. I still have to mount them all and kind of like, I've taped them up, but I got to clean it all up. What else have I done since the last time? Got the exhaust system all hooked up. The brakes. I was working on the brakes, man, for like the last week. That's why I haven't made an update. I kept bleeding them. Had a pneumatic bleeder and everything, man. I bled like 2 gallons through each corner. No leaks, no nothing, man. No problems. I went through 3 master cylinders. That wasn't the problem. And the back was working. The front was the one that was getting soft. So in the end, I replaced the new brake calipers that I had bought. I replaced them just as a last resort, and that's what it was. There was something in those brake calipers, man, that was causing the brakes not to stay hard, so at all. They were just going to the floor, so that's what it was. So got that done, got it running. I got a bunch of shit done, man. I got the lights ran. I got the fan hooked up, the cooling fan, everything, man. I actually just pulled it out of the garage. I don't have my air ride hooked up yet, but this is my maiden voyage, man. So it's either going to go fucking awesome or I'm going to crash and burn, and that's not going to be good. So I'm just going to go around the neighborhood here and see how it goes. But it's it, man. It's running. It's on the road. This is the first test drive. I don't even have my fucking brake lights in there. Fuck it. It's going around the corner. So I'll show you guys real quick. There it is. Got it out. Got it out of the garage. I got it lifted up, with the air ride, so. Oh, yeah, the windshield, man. Couldn't find anybody to make a windshield for me because it has that crease in the middle. So I actually made my own, and I made my own back window, and then next I got to make the 2 side windows. But what I did was I bought the plexiglass that is for, it's not plexiglass, it's called something for auto glass. I got that. I researched, like, every video I could find, man, before I fucked with it. And in the end, I took a heat gun and heated it. I made a template, cut it, made a heat gun, heated it, and then I just when it got hot, I just bent it. I held it back like this and I bent it back. So, and then I glued it in myself. So I made my own windshield. Had to, and it looks pretty good, man. I like it. But the reason I didn't tape this off at 1 inch and paint the inside is because a couple reasons. I wanted to tape it from this side so I can tape off that edge there, and I'm actually going to paint it on the outside so that I can get that edge. And then also there's like, this stuff isn't perfect here, like this channel. So see up there, it's kind of a little out. I want to paint that too. So I'm going to tape all that and paint it. So, but it's good, man. I made that. Made my own windshield, so that thing's in there. Bam, good. Made my own back window. So that's in there. That came out nice. Yeah, I got my fuel cell, got everything all hooked up inside of there, man. Got the battery box hooked up and ran. Pretty much everything done, man. I mean, not everything, but I gotta put my seats in. I don't have my seats in there or nothing. Just got a box in there. I got my brakes done, man. Got the brake booster in there. Oh, got the black rims back on it. Next thing I have to do is go make my own intake, you know what I mean, to go in there. And it's pretty easy. They sell all this flex hose shit at the hardware or at the Pet Boy, so it's just gonna turn over there and dump out in there, and then I'll plug those hoses in, and it has the sensors in there. For now, for this little test drive, I just got it hanging out there on the side there. I got my headlights in, got the halo with the rings around them. They're bright as hell. And then what I also got was a 52 or 52 inch, I think, curved LED Cree light bar that I'm gonna put on there. And then the hood's sitting over there, so the hood is what makes the truck, but I can't get that on obviously until I get all this shit done. So that's it, man. I'm kind of stalling out here to take my little test ride because I'm probably crash this motherfucker. All right, so here we go. Wish me luck, man. probably have to put the fucking phone down for this, maybe, maybe not. Alright, test drive didn't go that great. Didn't go that bad either. I didn't get too far. One of the main concerns I had when I was building this truck is I was kind of trying to be not cheap, but I was kind of trying to like cut corners, and I used the stock trailing arms off the Lincoln Town Car, and I chopped them and I shortened them so they would work for my purposes. And I didn't have the right length on them, and what happened was it basically put too much pressure on the back one and it twisted the mount, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So there's actually, I talked to a buddy of mine that builds cars for a living like this, and he said there's a geometry like how long these arms have to be in relation to each other. Like they can be straight, they don't have to be at an angle. And since I cut them and shortened them compared to what they were stock, I changed that geometry and I put way too much pressure on this rear here, so you can see it kind of twisted it, see it? And that in turn, by twisting that, it dropped the rear down. You know, it twisted the bag more, or twisted the axle more, and it dropped the rear down further. So that's why I wasn't getting that height. I mean, it's still aired up right now, but so it's got some pressure on it. And then this one over here, it totally like almost broke the weld off. Actually did now, I think, break the weld off, if you can see that. I don't know if you can see down in there, but broke that weld off. So now what I got to do is, if I've even got room to do it, which kind of looks like I do. Oh, here's a view of the truck here in the garage. What I have to do now is I'm just going to cut these off, cut these bars off here. Start over, have them come straight out, and I'm gonna cut the, I don't know if you guys can see in there. I'm gonna cut, I see, because I use that stock tab, so I'm gonna, or stock mounting point, so I'm gonna cut those off and just make my own, weld them in there and have them go straight instead of trying to get that geometry, because I don't need them at an angle, because I have this, whatever the hell you call it from factory, that holds the axle from going side to side. So it's kind of back to the drawing board on that. It won't be too much work. I'll just cut those. And I want to cut those down and get them further in too, so they're not so far out and there's no stress on that. And it should be fine after that. But my buddy knows, he builds this stuff for a living, and he knows the geometry. He's going to build those arms for me, and I'll get it right. But overall, I mean, running wise, it drove good. It drove real good. I mean, it runs good. I didn't have any problems with that. I mean, I didn't make it too far. Made it down the street there, so it runs really, really good, so that's good. And I don't see anything leaking or anything. It didn't really look too much, but wasn't nothing leaking or nothing like that. And it runs good, it stops good, no problems there. I didn't really get on it because those things happen immediately, but yeah, I like it. And I only made it like around the corner from my house, and I had like a line of 4 cars outside and people trying to come up my driveway and shit to see what the hell it was. So definitely draw some attention. But that's the update, man. Keep you guys posted.